Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Laura Wilkie with Down Home with Lemon Pie, and today I'm going to share with you guys some alternatives to the woke YouTube channels. All right, guys, welcome back. If you're brand new to my channel, I'm so excited you're here. I am Laura Wilkie. I am a Christian stay-at-home homeschool mama. I have 7 little ones, and this is Mother Culture Monday. This is the day I get to share with you guys about being a mom, being a homemaker. We get to raise that up. It is crushed so much in our society today, and I like to share with you guys all things motherhood. So if you think that sounds interesting, definitely subscribe and check out the playlist that it says Mother Culture Monday, and you can find all the videos we've done. Now, leading up to this video, I did a video last week. It was talking about, it was actually quite disheartening, I guess. It was upsetting because it was all of the shows and things that we share with our kids that are particularly on YouTube that have the woke agenda. I called it the alphabet agenda. I actually had to change the cover picture of that video because they apparently will say that call it out for being hate speech. That is the world that we are living in, that we are having to shield our kids from. So hopefully that video does not get removed. If you suddenly see it disappear, that is what happened. It was not me. It was because the agenda is taking over, and they are going to get rid of anybody and everybody who is speaking out about this. Now, I expected to get some kickback from some viewers, or not subscribers, but some viewers about that video, and I did not see it. It was so encouraging. So many of you guys are on the same page as us. We do not want this trash in our homes. We do not want to just give all of this to our kids. We want our kids protected. We want to raise them as good Christians. We want to raise them as pure, and that is not what the world wants. So this video is some of the YouTube channels that our family actually does enjoy. Some of them are alternatives to some of the ones that I talked about in that previous video. I did mention the very popular MrBeast, who is unfortunately going down that same agenda. He has a character on his show, Chris, who is changing from a biological male to a female, has already started undergoing that process. You can even see it in the videos, the change from the later ones, from current ones to previous ones. You can see it. It's only been a few short months, guys, and that is not what we want our kids raised upon. So I have some great alternatives here. I have a bunch of alternatives for MrBeast that are the same kind of similar content. I'm actually going to be going through a whole bunch of different things. I have educational things, I have Christian things, I have just for fun, I have some outdoorsy things that your kids might enjoy. However, obviously, there is a ton of good stuff on YouTube and a ton of trash. I could not give you a complete, comprehensive list of everything that's ever been created that is good or Christian or wholesome or whatever. So this is just it's fairly good size, but this is just the list of what we have found or what we watch regularly, what viewers have suggested. I did write down a few of these that you guys suggested. So if there are other things that you guys know, list them in the comments, and when you finish watching this video, you can scan that and see what other people are watching as well. So let's be a community. Let's help each other out. Let's give each other these resources. So right off the bat, I want to talk about a few things that my kids just like, just for fun, just fun videos my kids like to watch. These are not the ones that are similar to MrBeast. These are other ones that are just for fun. I'll do those in a little bit, but these are just for fun. So we have, my kids really like to see other people's reactions to things. When we studied exploring countries and cultures, let's see, was that 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Anyway, when we studied that, we enjoyed seeing other kids react to different kinds of food. They would try different kinds of foods from other countries, and it was fun to see what they thought of them, what they liked or didn't like. And I have a couple channels for you guys for that. One is all kids. I believe at least that's all we've ever seen on it. Again, I should give this disclaimer. These are, from what we have seen, these do not have the woke agenda as of this video. Now, there may have been a video I missed where it was shared. There may be future videos that come out on these channels that have that agenda. You know, we all know how quickly it changes. So still watch with your kids, still be cautious, still have that shield up. Don't let your guard down just because I am telling you that these channels or these videos were good. Still watch them and still make sure for your own family. So with that all being said, let's see. So a few things. Hi-Ho Kids, my kids enjoy seeing that. Hi-Ho Kids, it's just kids trying things, kids trying spicy things or sweet things or food from Italy or food from some other country. It's just fun. Another one that is similar to that is Jolly, and this one is more older kid, like teenagers or college kids or something. It's still just as fun, still good. And we enjoyed particularly, I think that was where we saw the video of the kids in, I think they were in England, and they were trying biscuits and gravy for the first time, which they don't even call a biscuit. A biscuit in England, I think it's called a scone. So biscuits in England are actually cookies. So they thought they were having cookies and gravy. They were so confused. It's absolutely hilarious, and it is on Jolly, the YouTube channel, and I'm pretty sure that's where we saw it. I might be wrong, but yeah, just they're so fun. They're just fun videos, especially if you are doing a cultural study like we were. They're a good thing to add, just a fun thing. For your little guys, did you guys know there's a Little Bear channel? From what I have seen, Little Bear is still pure and wholesome and good, and it's an older show, and that's why I like it, because a lot of those older ones are actually still really, really good, because they were before all of this agenda got popular. Okay, another one that we have really enjoyed, and this is actually on this channel, but we have enjoyed this particular kind of video on several channels. And I have a couple videos that are like that, where we have just enjoyed this style of video. And again, you kind of have to look and find. Most of them seem good, but you just never know. The first one is Hevesh 5, and it is the domino builds. These are the huge domino builds. She builds them, and I mean, over the whole house. And they are just super cool. It's kind of what I dreamed of doing when I was a kid and never got to, and was never that creative. So anyway, there's that. There's also some that are like that are marble runs, so you can look those up. Gels is one of them, but there's lots of channels. So there is another one that is food. I think if you find it, you can find it through Lego stop motion, but I'm not giving you a channel in particular because not every channel I saw that shares this style of video, like I didn't see any that were really just totally good. It was more like this video or this video. So the Lego stop motion is actually super, super cool. It's them cooking, and the food looks like Legos, but they're cooking, and then it's food. It's amazing to watch. It's fun to watch, and my kids enjoy it. But the ones they enjoy are usually the compilations, like the ones that are super long and not just one little short video or whatever. I haven't seen bad stuff. It's just stuff that's maybe not the same. So I didn't know if it was the same kind of good stuff. So that's why I don't want to give you a channel. Something else we really enjoy is the BBC Peter Rabbits. Have you guys gotten a chance to see those? If you are studying Peter Rabbit, or even if you have just young kids, the BBC version of the Peter Rabbit videos is so good. So good. It's really, really well done. I cannot rave about it enough. It's my absolute favorite as far as that goes. And it is, you know, it starts out with like a real people, and then it switches over to cartoon. I have seen it on the Tom Goddard channel, completely random, but that's where I've seen it, and that's where we watch it. So it's totally worth it. Okay, another one that we really like just for fun, like I said, just for fun, is Line Rider. Line Rider is so fun. It takes all music, different kinds of music, but we particularly like the classical music, and there is a little computer generated like little guy on a bicycle, and he rides to the to the music, to the rhythm of the music, and he falls down, and like when the music goes down, it's so fun. If you guys have not checked out Line Writer, go and check it out. It doesn't take but a few minutes to watch a couple of videos. It's so good. It's so good. So another one that I was actually just learned about, you guys just recommended it to me, and I loved it. I watched their Easter episode. I thought it was super well done, and it is Loop Show. Never heard of Loop Show before, but it's super fun, and it incorporates biblical teachings. So if that's what you're looking for, who's not, that is their Loop Show. So that kind of wraps up my just for fun. All of these channels are just for fun, but that's kind of a category, that's kind of the only spot I need to put those. Okay, so let's go to some outdoor videos. These are videos that I would not have probably chosen for myself, but when you watch them, they're so fun. The first one is Rock the Park. They go to different national parks, teach you about them and about exploring there. Sometimes they show you some like survival skills, like how to build a shelter or things like that. It's just really good and informative. I think it's also on a streaming service, but you have to pay for it. So if you go on YouTube, I think it's all free. Wild Brothers, that is a great one. We first learned about Wild Brothers years ago, again, when we were studying exploring countries and cultures. They are I think there were 3 brothers, and their parents were missionaries, I believe, in Papua New Guinea, and they live there. It's just about their lives, what they do, building their shelter. The early videos are about that. Since then, the 3 boys have grown up. I think they are either in college or they may have families, I'm not sure, and they still produce videos. It may be under a different name, but they have grown up, they've moved to America. But the early videos, when they were just, it was kind of so cool to just see what life is like in another country, how they do things, how they would use tools. So that's another one that we've really enjoyed. And like I said, I think they've grown up, so they may have their own channels now and doing their own thing, but the early ones were really good. Okay, this is another one that you guys recommended. I have not had a chance to peek at this one yet, so maybe proceed with caution, but again, with all of them. This one is Outdoor Boys. We have not checked it out yet at our home, but you guys recommended it and said it was a good one, so I'm adding it to the list because I trust you guys. So Outdoor Boys. Okay, the next one is videos. There's several channels. I wrote down 5 here to share with you guys, but there's several channels and that do the same kind of similar content, and they are the primitive building skills. Usually they're making some sort of little house or amazing big house, and usually they have some sort of like swimming pool. They're doing this all by hand with hand tools, with just the dirt, really, logs and things. It is fascinating to watch. I will give you a disclaimer. These are done in another country, and all the time the men are wearing, I think almost everyone, the men are wearing just shorts. They don't have a shirt. So if that is something your family is not comfortable with, I will give you that. You may want to check them out though still, maybe on your own time, because they are really good. So primitive skills, primitive skill builder, primitive jungle life skills, primitive survival, I am builder. These are just some of them, and I like them because they have no talking. It's just this man or a couple men, and they're building from scratch, just survival skills at its finest, I would say. And it's really fascinating. It's really fascinating. So we do enjoy watching those. Okay, before we get to MrBeast alternatives, I do want to share with you guys some educational YouTube channels that we really enjoy. This is not, like I said, a comprehensive list. Some of these you've known about for years. I've talked about them before. Some of them might be brand new to you guys, but I'm just going to share them, this group here that I have collected. If there's more, again, leave them in the comments and definitely subscribe. So some that you may already know about, of course, Superbook, super good. It is an animated show where they go through the Bible. It's very well done. Liberty's Kids, another one. It's about the American Revolutionary War. It is animated. You can watch all the episodes on YouTube. Very well done. Torchlighters, this one is also animated, and it is missionary stories We love this one as well. National Geographic Kids, I think it's Nat Geo Kids, very good. I believe that might be where we saw them doing, where they would go to different countries and they would learn about them. But I know they also do animals and different things. That's a really good one. Most Dangerous Ways to School, one of my very favorite. These episodes are usually about an hour, and they kind of chronicle almost like a day in the life of how these kids get to school in other countries. It is fascinating, it is enlightening, it is eye-opening, and it is inspiring, because some of these kids, to get an education, are literally putting their lives at stake. Like I said, it is impressive and it is inspiring. So if you've I always like to watch those when my kids are kind of feeling iffy about school or whatever, having kind of a hard day, and I'm like, look at these kids. These ones are really, look how excited they are. They have to struggle, and this is the amount of effort they're putting forth just to attend school. Anyway, how to make everything. Who doesn't want to know how to make all kinds of things? These are always fascinating. There's lots of different ones. There's How's It Made on, I think it's on the Discovery Plus app. I will do another video about shows that we watch on various apps, because this video would have been very, very long if I had included all of that as well. So this is just things we do on YouTube, but how to make everything. There's also another one, I believe it is Maddie Moat, and I love her older stuff. Her newer stuff is meh, but her older stuff, she would do the same kind of thing and show you how things worked. Those were my favorite. So what about, let me see, Backyard Scientist, guy outside in the backyard doing science experiments. Who doesn't like that? Operation Ouch, another one of our favorites. If you are learning about the human body, it's a couple of doctors, I believe they're in England, and they are twins, and they teach you in a very fun way all about your body. So it's very good. The episodes are short, so if you have something you're specifically focusing on, like cells or the reproductive system or the digestive system or whatever, you can watch just those little clips too. Everybody knows about Art for Kids Hub. We watched that one. I've talked about it lots of times. That's a fun one. It is a gentleman who is doing drawing step by step with kids. He has one of his children usually side by side with him, so you see his version and their version at the same time. It's easy to follow. It's very fun and educational. Beginner's Bible. I like the Beginner's Bible. I just do. It's one of the first Bibles my kids read. It was one of the first ones that we were introduced to regarding a children's Bible. I just like it. And this is the animated version. So you can actually read the book, read the story in the book, and then watch the animated one if you would like. So I do like it. Play School. Is that a new one for you guys? I learned about Play School maybe 5 years ago. It is an Australian channel, a kids TV show in Australia, and it's very well done. And they just, it's a couple, usually there's two grown-ups, and they're just playing really with the kids, or doing puppet shows or whatever. It kind of reminds you of I don't know, maybe like a Mr. Rogers, maybe, but it's not quite. It's really, really well done. I definitely recommend it. It's one of my favorite, and I love that it's quiet. It's not exciting as far as kids shows go. It's not in your face. It's not loud and obnoxious. It's just quiet, and they're just like, oh, now we're going to play. Oh, now we're going to the store. Let's all go to the store. Here we go. It's so cute. That was probably a terrible impression, but it's so, so cute and so relaxing. I like to put it on in the mornings or at quiet time with my little ones, because it's just relaxing but entertaining. So Play School. I don't know if there's an actual channel for that. I usually just find like playlists, and I think that's what I have. I think I just have the playlist where I watch it, but you can just find it on YouTube. It's Play School. You'll know it when it's a cute little Australian show. That's it. And it's real people. It's not animated. Another new one for me that you guys recommended, and I checked it out. I like it, and I subscribed, and I added it. It is The Good and the Beautiful. Did you know they have a channel? Apparently they have apps too, because the viewer who recommended it told me there were apps as well. I have not looked into that yet, but the channel was beautiful. We watched a couple of the songs. Again, very soothing, very quiet, very relaxing. Anyways, they are good and relaxing and just wholesome, just things you would want for your kids to have. Not agenda, not gonna taint their hearts or not things they don't need to know about, just gentle, good stuff. So that is what that one is. I like it. I'll wait on that one because I think some of these others are on the streaming services, not on YouTube. So they might be on YouTube too, but I'm going to wait on those. I might do that video next week, or I may wait a couple weeks and get some more things built up. So if you have some recommendations, comment and leave those as well. If you have things that are in streaming services, and leave the streaming service that you find it in so that I can locate it if it is a one that I have. And if it's not, I'll still cover it, but I'll just mention I don't have it, so I haven't checked it out. Okay, let's get to the MrBeast alternatives. I have 6 options for you guys. They're not all the same. Some of them are more similar. Some of them are just still fun, but I would consider them an alternative, even though they're not the same style of content. So let's get started with those. The first 3, I believe, are very, very, very similar. And from what I understand, these 3 are all from people who at one point or another have mentioned their faith in their videos. So we believe at this point that these guys are all Christians. And the first one is How Ridiculous. My kids, when I introduced it to them, they already knew about it. And they said, we already like this one. We've already watched it because we did preview all of these. And they were like, we already know this one. And so I was excited. Yay. And then, because you know how sometimes you watch a video and then another video comes on after it that you didn't intend to watch, and it's on a different channel. That's what sometimes happens. And so they already knew about How Ridiculous, and they do like it. They confirmed it, and I watched a few episodes and I confirmed it as well. I thought it was well done. It was entertaining. It was fun. It was more for like I would say your preteens, teens, but like I said, entertaining. Dude Perfect was one we just learned about and we enjoyed. We watched it. One of my boys was actually not feeling well one day and watched it. I mean, a lot of episodes. I was with him, but when you're sick and you watch TV, he was wanting to watch it, and we watched a good portion of their content one day, and I thought it was really good. I thought it was well done. It was entertaining. It was a group of, I believe it was 4 or 5 guys, and I think they're even out of Denton, which is in North Texas, which is where we're originally from. So that was exciting, but I believe that's where they're from, or maybe, I don't know, maybe McKinney or somewhere in that area in North Texas, but that was fun. The next one is Team Edge, a similar idea where they're doing fun stuff, doing some fun experiments or pranks, that kind of stuff. All of these are kind of that same idea. Team Edge, we enjoyed that one as well. One that we have watched previously, we haven't watched in a long time, but he actually now has something else that I would like to briefly promote. He's also a Texan. He is sometimes on Dude Perfect's channel, and he has another thing that I'll just quickly tell you about because it's something that we're looking into as well in our own home, and it is Mark Rober, and he's an engineer. We watched him originally. He was doing these engineering experiments in his backyard with his squirrels, like live wild squirrels, and he had named them all, and he was trying to get them to not get the food, or they had to get the food, and it was like these little steps that they had to do. It was really entertaining, and it showed like a lot of trial and error, and then try this and try that, and it was very well done, very well done. And now I believe, from what I understand, Mark Rober actually has a subscription box where you can learn to be an engineer with him, and it has some sort of like a live video that he does with the people who subscribe and get the boxes, and then you all put it together or something like that together. It sounds like it's going to be really good. Like, we haven't tried it, like I said, but we are definitely considering it in the future because it does look like it's promising. So Mark Rober. Someone that we just happened upon, but went and watched a bunch of his videos is Daniel LaBelle. He is hilarious, and he does little videos about, I think it's him and his wife. Sometimes his wife, usually it's him, maybe sometimes another guy. And they're funny. They're very funny, but they're just him doing random things like, this is what it would be like if people had no legs. And then he does a whole lot of little like video montage. Or this is what it would be like if we all moved super fast. And then he does a video montage of what that would be like. And here's what it would be like if everybody was in slow motion. And then he does that. It's just fascinating, I guess. It's entertaining more. Maybe I should have put that in the for fun part. I don't know. But because it's a live person just doing random things, that's why I included it up here as an alternative for MrBeast. And the last one, which is one of my boys' very favorite, is More Ollie A. My boys love this one. They particularly like the ones where he is watching a video and it's like a side-by-side screen, and you can see the video he's watching and his reaction at the same time. And he's just over the top enthusiastic about it, and it's videos you've seen, but his reaction to them. Basically, he does a ton of other stuff, very entertaining, but so far, correct me if I'm wrong, so far it has all been clean. So we have enjoyed him. My boys love him, actually. One of their favorites, like I said. So for now, those are my MrBeast alternatives. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you missed the video that was last Monday about the alphabet agenda, I did, like I said, I had to change the cover photo, so it is the same cover photo, but now it says alphabet agenda instead of the string of letters that we know are common in the woke world. So if you missed it, if you don't see it, it's because YouTube took it down, not me, because they say that it could be hate speech. So you know, anyways. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.